The cars are getting themselves position then for our second race of the evening then. 1300cc Saloons stock cars, heat number 2 tonight's here at Mildenhall. So slightly smaller entry this week. I believe we've got 10 cars out there for this evening's second heat of the night. As we're just awaiting the all clear from race control. So we've got the white graders down here, 8084 Josh Harden and number 8 Harry Taylor will lead them off the pack. Then we've got the lone yellow top out there on the exit turn number 4, that's 68 Callum Thornton. Blue tops 83 Benson and 529 Tom Brighton will be in there. Got the two reds over there on the back straight. We believe 131 Richard Vincent on the inside and 413 Tom Bennett on the outside. And I think then at the back we've got the two superstars of 114 Danny Ross and 85 Caden Morrison rounding out the field in this one. So I'd say a much smaller entry of 1300 stock cars than we've seen in the past 2 weeks at Northampton and Aldershot respectively. We haven't got our new English champion Matt Hick out there after he won the English title last week at Aldershot on the tarmac. I say this is the second show meeting of the year. We've got the third show meeting to come next week at Stoke. So we're going to head up north for the first time for our 1300 stock cars this year, away from the Speedwith banner of tracks and into Star Tracks territory. But we go rolling then, heat 1 for the 1300 Saloons. Let's go rolling. Okay, green flag goes down, 9 cars on track we believe then. Heat 1 for the stock cars are underway this evening here at Mildenhall. We go racing. So down towards turns 1 2 for the first time. Harry Taylor, first one to get the bumper there from the 68 of Callum Thornton on the top turns. They go round the roadside turn. 84 Josh Harden comes through to complete the first lap at the front of the grid. So a slightly tame getaway for the 1300s then. Not as many big hits as we've seen in the recent weeks, of course, at the two opening meetings of the season. This is World Qualifying Round 2 as well. As I think World Qualifier coming up in a few weeks' time at Bellevue, also on the Shale. That'll also be up north in Greater Manchester as 529 Tom Brighton goes through into third on the inside of number 8 Harry Taylor. I say Harry Taylor, one of the many National Stocks racers with us here at the YGRL. Danny Ross and Caden Morrison, the two superstars failing to make the way forward so far. Of course, Danny Ross had a very spectacular crash at Northampton a couple of weeks ago, landing on top of the barrier at turn 2 that afternoon. It's Josh Harden and Cam Thornton, your leaders. Bit of a nudge there, one of the novice cars getting involved there. That might have been either Rutcher. Yeah, I think that was Rutcher Vincent, number 131, getting involved in that one. Danny Ross went for the inside of Vincent, then he puts himself in the wall coming off turn 2 as they head down the far side. The leaders have pulled away now. The top two are broken free as Vincent put out wide into the barrier. And here comes 85 Caden Morrison down the inside, going into, I believe that is 5th place. Could be wrong on that, no, sorry, 6th place, my apologies. But Richard back down the inside and through into the position. Harry Taylor gets launched across the curbing by Danny Ross, and he ends up flying to the side of Caden Morrison. Morrison able to hold on to that one though and keeps the position in this one. So, looking getting a bit more lively. Tom Bennett 413 is coming through then. He's on the inside of 529 Tom Brighton going through for third. On the inside to the Corsair takes the Nova on the inside. Pretty much 50-50 split of Corsairs and Novas tonight, which is very rare. It's usually a Corsair heavy field in 1300 stock cars. At the moment, it's still 84 Josh Harden, your race leader, who won the first heat of racing a little bit earlier on in the evening. Riding the curb there. Of course, you don't want to hit that curb too hard, otherwise you will roll your car, which has happened before here at Mildenhall with various leagues running 13 stock cars. Here's Harry Taylor and Danny Ross come together on turn 4. They're going to continue racing, but 84 Josh Harden, steer race leader. Coming on to lap number 11, so going to be on to lap number 12 next time by. So, like I say, Harry Taylor and Danny Ross have met each other again in the wall, this time at turn 3. Taylor trying to get rid of Danny Ross there, but that's okay. Bumpers go in, and Taylor's going to go back down the inside of Danny Ross on the back straight. That's the battle for 8th place coming alive, and Taylor putting the wall heavily, and that's the first big burial of the night. But it's still Harden and Thornton on the top two as they come round then. And Cam Thornton gets the bumper in there, and he's going to go down the inside of the race leader. Barges him out wide, they bang door panels on the back straight, lightning rod style. And through they come across the starting line once more, but the field has spread out a little bit more. It's just about this lead battle now, which is rare in motor racing these days, as 84 Josh Harden gets fired into the back marking. Number 8 Harry Taylor's now going to put the brakes on there. That delays Thornton. Here comes Tom Bennett, number 413, into this battle as well. As we come through, it's going to be one next time, and it's a 3-car scrap for lead. Harden putting the wall by a combination of Thornton and Bennett. Brighton involved as well in 5-2-9. Bumpers go piling in. 1 to go, Mrs. Starter. 4 wide off the corner for the race lead. Josh Harden keeps the lead, and here comes 5-2-9 Brighton, who's on the inside, almost rolls the car. Is between Harden and Brighton for the top 3. 3 wide on the far side for second place. And Thornton goes piling in up there, gets Harden out wide. Drag race line, and 413 Bennett gets there on the line. 68 second, 529 is third, 84. And 131 round of the top 5. Just waiting for the final few cars across the timing line, then we'll go Reds. And the Reds go out. What a finish to heat number 2 of the evening for the 300 stock cars. That was fantastic racing from them. Like I say, heat 3 will be next. Another 16 laps of racing to come your way. Okay, so up to double figures then for 300 stock cars heat 2. Couple of extra entry, well, one extra entry out there on track for this race. So we've got 180 Jack Rich joining us on track for race 3 of the night. This will be 16 laps once again, same as heat 2. Tom Brighton falls into line. Right, we are ready to go rolling. 300 stock cars heat 3. Start this one. We are going to get the all clear this time by. Green flag goes down, away we go. Jack Witz 180 straight to the tyre at turn number 3. We are away on the most part cleanly in this race for the 1300 stock cars. And straight with the sort out at turn 1 with Harry Taylor being docked back. I got almost a rollover down there as Danny Ross nearly rolled it. Had to counter steer into the side of Richard Vincher's car to avoid going over there. 85 Caden Morrison fired wide by Richard Vincher on turn 4 in turn, and Vincher's gone sideways. He gets tanks upper on. Danny Ross goes nearly in the back of him as well in car number 114. Number 8 Harry Taylor put out wide and into the wall by Jack Witz in 180. That's the battle for third place, as Tom Brighton and 83 Ben Simpson going at it further back in the order for 6th place. That's the battle of the Blue Graders coming alive in this one for the stock cars. Vincher goes into the wall again, this time at turn 2, courtesy of 114 Danny Ross, as 8 Harry Taylor has the brakes on. And a big clout there as 85 Caden Morrison and Tom Brighton both going to the wall there. So a bit of argy-bargy going on in the mid-pack between those 3 in the middle. He's 84 Josh Harden and 68 Cam Thornton to lead the way. Jack Witz 180 fired in heavily by Tom Bennett number 4. Oh, got a rollover on turn 3 as we lose Richard Vincher in H131 to his side. He's back on his wheels, but he's okay to continue racing. He's almost a lap down now. I forgot what I was going to say now, but never mind. That was a bit distracting with a roller on the back straight. Bennett 413, so he put away Jack Witz, didn't he, of course. And, of course, Tom Bennett has been on fire so far, starting the opening 2 races this evening in heats 1 and 2. And clearly showing his pace in the stock cars this evening. Right, still 84 Josh Harney races from 68 Cam Thornton, so a bit of a rerun, really, of heat number 2 this. Those two were the 2 cars in front to the very late stage of the race when Tom Bennett finally caught them and managed to beat them to a drag race to the line in the closing laps. The field is spread out a bit more, so a little bit less action going on in this few laps. A bit more like stock rods now than it is stock cars, or is it the way around perhaps, maybe? But Thornton is just not quite able to reel in 84 Josh Harden here. Like I say, this track, a very good size for 13 stock cars, of course, and it does indeed suit having the slightly smaller car numbers this week, I think. And hopefully we can get a few more cars booked in for Stoke next week. Of course, next week at Stoke is just a domestic meeting for the 13 stock cars. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It's always nice to have a bit of a break from the big meetings, of course. Gives time for drivers to take a few meetings off if they so wish. But Harden and Thornton are now a bit closer than they were a few laps ago. Thornton's managed to reel the gap in now to that 84 car. Tom Bennett is also on the charge as well in number 4 and 3. Jack Witz 180 has dropped into the hands of 85 Caden Morrison for 4th. Morrison goes down the side, so no battle from Jack Witz really to defend that position. But I'm sure the bumper will come flying back in on the next turn. Or not, that's a surprise. But Witz is going to find the gap on the inside, and the door will be firmly closed in his face by Morrison in car number 85. So he's 2 next time, so please. So this time as Callum Thornton there goes for the race lead. He takes over on the far side. Harden comes straight back in with the bumper though. Fires Thornton wide. And Tom Bennett's going to say thank you very much, I think, here. No, not quite. Yep, Bennett goes through for second. Puts the bumper in on Josh Harden. And, well, that was easy for Tom Bennett there. Straight for the lead. It's going to be 1 this time, so please. 1 this time. Bennett now gets fired into the wall by Harden as the last lap ball goes round. It will be Callum Thornton to lead into the final lap. That's not the place you want to be, I'm afraid. And yep, bumpers going. Josh Harden puts them both away on the roadside turn. Thornton mashed right out, hit there in 68. Watch for the last bend, and bumpers going from Harden. And it's going to be showing flag time, and Callum Thornton rides out the hit to take the flag. 84 second place, 413 is third, 85, and 180 round at the top 5 as Richard Vinch has a last bend attacker. Danny Ross, it didn't work for him, and Danny Ross will hold on to 9th. Red flags out on the raceway then for stock cars in heat number 3.